Welcome to a new video, guys. In this video, I'm going to take you through every touch that I had in one of my recent games for Stumptown. In this video, I'm wearing number 3 and I'm playing left center back for Stumptown. We are wearing white and we are playing against Michigan Stars, who are wearing red. It's the 8th minute. It's my first touch of the game. I get the ball from our right back, take my first touch forward, drive a little big of a touch, but I see my outside back to my left. I play him, and I should be dropping deep right away to be an option for him right away, but I don't. But he does a good job to take his first touch backwards and roll it into our goalkeeper. So here there was a 50-50 in the middle of the field. Michigan Stars player does well to win it. Kind of hoofs it up the field. Our center back tries taking a touch, and then he tries playing a pass. It gets deflected. So right here, number 6, Michigan Stars forward, is pressuring me pretty hard. Didn't have an option going forward, really. I could have played the goalkeeper, but I saw a right back in space, so I decided to play him instead. Does a good job to settle and play a nice combination with our center mid. So here our center mid is driving across the field. He has 4 red shirts around him, as you can see, so I'm just checking my shoulder. He rolls it to me. I take my first touch forward, and then our outside back does a great job to open up. I drop deep for him to get the ball, and then I roll it over to our other center back. So here I get the ball from our goalkeeper. As you can see, there's a ton of space here. So right here, I see our forward checking in, asking for the ball, and he does a really good job here, as you'll see. So I play the ball into his feet. He flicks it on behind. He actually gets fouled, and then we do a really good job to combine out. So here I get the ball from the center back. I take my first touch forward, and our center mid is demanding the ball. I think he comes a little too close for it there, but given the ball, he drives forward. As you can see here, he's outnumbered 4-2 on that side of the field. So he turns back, and there I am. I stayed a little deep for him, a little too deep, but drop deep, get the ball, and then roll it over to our goalkeeper, and then stayed wide to be an option. Pick my head up. So here, I play the long ball. Their center back does a good job. I should have played it more in the channel there, and then our outside back shepherds it out for a throw-in. I think here, I definitely should have played it a little bit more into the channel and given our striker a chance, but we win a throw-in high up the field. So now that our outside back has the ball, I'm a deep option for him. Settle the ball. Their forward is cutting off our center back, so I look up. Nothing's on. I probably could have played our center midfielder, but I opted for the pass back to the goalkeeper, and we rebuild. So here I take my touch forward, and right here I see our outside midfielder making a run into the channel, so I massively underhit this ball. He does a great job to challenge for it, and then their center back does a good job to win the 50-50. So here I get the ball from our center back. The pressure is kind of curved, and I play it right back. So here I get the ball, open up my hips, don't really see anything on forward, so I give the ball to our other center back. So this one is a little tricky. I actually got the ball from our center midfielder off a quick free kick. I see our outside back opening up. He does a really good job to open up early for me, especially since here there are guys running at me pretty hard, so I played across my body with my right foot with my first touch and then dropped deep for him. So here the guy's running in really hard, as you can see. I probably could have played the guy in the middle right there ahead of me, but he was coming in fast, and I think in my head I saw someone behind him stepping tight to him, so I just cut the ball back and go to our goalkeeper. And then we get out. So here I get the ball from our center back. First touch forward, midfielder has acres of space, so I just play him and he turns and we go. So right here, I think I could be a little tighter to the guy on the ball just because there is no one behind me, and our center mid can definitely cover that ground behind me if need be. So I should be tighter here, but he has a good spin. I don't dive in, be patient, and then just block the cross. So here I drop deep. Our outside back throws it into me from the throw-in. Looking forward, center mid checks in, give it to him, get it back, and then play our goalkeeper, and we can go out the other side. So here, their winger does a good job to flick the ball in behind. So I think I could be a little tighter to their forward, but you'll see here he flicks it in behind, and it's kind of in an awkward situation to go in for the tackle, so I just contain him and then block the service. So here our center midfielder plays me. There's a lot of space where number 14 in white is, so I play him the ball with my first touch. Looking back at it, it's really not a great pass. I should have taken 2 touches and zipped it into his front foot so he could attack the space a little quicker, but he does well to get it out of his feet. So here I take my first touch, looking at my outside back, I play him, and then I drop deep for him just to be an option. He does a good job to get a touch, play me back, and then I roll it across to our other center back. So here, as you can see, there's a guy pressuring me, and our outside back is off the screen. He did a great job. He checked inside to give me a passing option. So I play the ball into his feet. He does a good job to hold it up. He's holding, and then he plays it back to Luis, and then we get out. So here I get the ball from our center back, open up. I see our outside back. He's off the screen here, but their winger was trying to cheat the pass, so pull the ball back and go to our other center back. So here I get the ball from our goalkeeper. Not really any pressure. Play our outside back, drop deep for him, and then by dropping deep, I pull the striker away. Even just 2 steps gives our outside back a chance to look up and go forward. And then nothing's on still, so I'm an option. Then we can play it out the other side and go from there. So here, open up, play our center mid, no pressure, just rolls it into our outside back. So here, they get in behind us, and our outside back is making a good recovery run, so I'm dropping back to try and cut off the space. So right here, I see that our outside back is about to slide, and this guy is sprinting full speed for the ball. So I'm trying to defend the space in the 18, and there really was only one channel that the ball could go to, so I just tried making myself big and get in the way there. So here, open up my hips, outside back. Should be playing his front foot there, but other than that, it's fine. Open up again, and then here, probably could have played our outside back again if I played his front foot, but I saw number 2. I think he was waiting for me to play that so he could jump it. So I just roll the ball back to our goalkeeper and then rebuild, get the ball again, and then play him this time. And he does a good job to get out of there. So here, their forward checks in. I try going tight with him, takes a bit of a bobble, then just bounces off my body, and then we build out. So here it's a little tight. So right here, looking back at it, I definitely could have put my foot on the ball and pulled it back and played our goalkeeper to secure possession, but I heard our coach kind of yelling at me to keep the ball up in their half of the field. He was telling me to try and find our striker. So I dinked it into our striker, and then their center back does a great job to win the header, but we have the ball higher up the field. So right here, their outside back plays it, and right here, their striker's checking in. He's really deep up the field, so I go tight with him because there's no danger behind me, and then poke the ball away. So here's the second half. Their outside back faces up, and as you can see, number 7 is making a run in behind. So I track the runner. I should be a little tighter here, but I do a good enough job when he faces up. I see an opportunity to win the ball. So here they throw it in. I get tight, and then I poke the ball away, and then we do a good job to win it. So here, there's a long ball. So right here, the winger does a great job to flick it in the channel. So I track their forward, and then win the header, and then try clearing the ball away. So right here, it's a 50-50. I didn't really see an open pass, so I just try to put my foot through the ball here, and then our striker goes and challenges for it and does a good job here just to force some pressure. Our outside back cuts the ball back. I take my first touch here, and I see number 6 coming hard. Looking at the film now, obviously I see number 14 is open, and I could have reversed the ball back to him, but I saw our attacking midfielder in a little pocket of space a little higher up the field, so I dink the ball into him. Right here, I could have thought he could have chested the ball down and turned himself, but he does a great job to flick it on with his head, and then our striker is in 1v1, and we actually get a shot off, which is great. So here I get the ball from the goalkeeper, and then play outside back, and then try to drop deep for him just to be an option. Get the ball from our center mid. Tons of space on the left side of the field. Definitely should have played our outside back there, but opt for the safer pass and just play our center back. So here, open up my hips and play our goalkeeper and secure possession. So right here, I play our goalkeeper again, almost identical to the last play, but I should have played his right foot, and I did not. I ended up playing his left foot. Nothing bad came of it. He does a good job to adjust, but in this situation, if I play his right foot, he can open up his hips and try to go away from where the pressure just came from. So here I get the ball from our center back, first touch forward. Once again, could have played our outside back a little bit earlier, but get him the ball, then drop deep to be an option. Nothing's on, so I just pull it back and play our goalkeeper. Big switch from our right back. Take my first touch forward, open up, and then play the ball to our outside back. He opens up and looks up the field. Same situation here. Play the outside back. Should be dropping deep for him, but I didn't. As you can see, he's under a lot of pressure, so my first priority has to be to drop deep and give him an option to at least play out. Worst case, I'm facing forward, so I can be the one that gets us out of pressure. So little, not my best play there. Have to definitely drop deep and help my teammate out. So here, long ball, win the header. Get the ball from our goalkeeper, cut back inside, give it to our center mid, and then he switches the point of attack for us. So here, our outside back is under a lot of pressure, so I slide across just to be an option for him to get it out, because it's obviously easier for me to clear the danger facing up the field than him with the guy on his back. So he rolls the ball back to me, clear the ball up the field. Their center back wins the initial one, but we win the second one, and then we end up securing possession. So get the ball from our center back. I saw that the pressure was coming, and then we end up winning a free kick there. So here their goalkeeper has the ball, and like I said earlier, we spoke about how he has a big kick. So we're kind of aware of it, and he does put his foot through the ball, so we're all dropping back. It ends up coming to my side, so I just end up watching it and heading the ball up the field. So I get the ball back from our outside winger, play it to our center back. So here there's a run coming in behind. I track the runner, and then just kind of shield it for our goalkeeper, and then just peel out wide to try and get the ball again, which I do here. And then give it to our outside back, and he takes the space up the field. So right here, the ball's rolling into me. Number 14 isn't pressing hard in red, but I think he's trying to cut off our center back, as you'll see here. So I take my first touch forward, and I roll it into our center midfielder. And he does a great job to turn, win a foul. Get the ball, and then a little pressure, so I just give it right back to our center back, and he has time and space. And here I get the ball again, open up my hips, and then the outside back is there, and he does a great job, take his touch forward. When nothing develops, I'm an option deep, and then we just keep the ball and circulate possession. So here I get it again, I just give it to our center midfielder. He does a great job to skip by one. So right here, we have numbers up in the box. So as he plays this ball right there, I end up clearing it, but I could have taken a touch and played our goalkeeper back, and we could have opened up and rebuild, but I saw number 14 in red, and I think I assumed that he was making the run in behind because that's the pass 25 played, but I ended up putting my foot through the ball. So here I get the ball back from our wide midfielder, take my touch, and then roll it across to our other center back. And then here I get the ball from our goalkeeper and give the ball to our center mid. And I think this is the last touch of the game here. Just take the touch forward, play it into our outside back. He does a good job to open up. Nothing's on. I get the ball back, and then I give it to our center midfielder.